And there was something about sitting here that made just the most sense. The sound around felt like, oh, now I should record.
So how you managed to get granted, to get money, to go to residencies, to do your artworks?
Well, I think you have to find the balance between what funding is available at the time, and of course making sure you have the correct eligibility and making sure that it's the right funding for you, and that can come from various sources, whether it be from Ireland for me or from the EU or through specific organisations. You just have to do a lot of
research,
preparation and research on this topic, and be familiar with where to look. So in Ireland they're introducing a scheme that they've done the pilot test for the last 3 years, which is a basic income for artists. I believe it's €325 per week, which it's an excellent first step in the right direction, having this be like a solidified piece of a possible funding source and guarantee of money for artists. That being said, that amount of money isn't really equivalent to the near a living wage in Ireland, specifically Dublin, and there's a luck element to this. I know that there was close to 10,000 applicants for the pilot scheme and only 2,000 got accepted.
So did you apply?
I didn't for the pilot scheme. That was back in, I believe, 2022. But I've applied for this current, the official round got opened up in the last month. So you have to meet eligibility criteria, just kind of proof of your practice. And then once you get through that, it's just a luck of the draw, and it's 2,000 applicants get put onto this scheme for the next 3 years. While it is again a very good step, and I believe Ireland are one of the first places in Europe to have this set basic income for artists. There's still plenty of room for improvement on it when it comes to its long-term feasibility, I suppose.
So how is your Palanga project, what you were doing here? Can you present?
So yeah, I was definitely drawn to this place for the beauty of its nature, the park, the beach, and just the balance of sounds that you get in areas like that. When I came here, I was initially hoping to focus more on built environments. That's definitely my primary focus. But the more I spent here, the more I think that this area drove me to more focus on the areas of responding to the nature that was around me more than anything else. So this is one of the first recording spots anyway.
So this is your place?
This was, yeah. I think just when I was on the first few days when I was here and I was just walking around and exploring the area, you never really for something like this, especially when it involves field recording, unless you know exactly what you plan on recording specifically, you have to be able to just walk around and then get drawn to an area, to a spot. So I was just first walked through the gate of the park. I wasn't looking at any map or focusing on anything, and I kind of just was wandering through all of the pathways until I crossed over that bridge and I saw the bench back there and the bench here, and there was something about sitting here that made just the most sense. The sound around felt like, oh, now I should record. There was the perfect, seagulls and ducks were having some sort of argument over there. Birds were chirping as we hear now. There was the right amount of wind rustling through the trees above, overhead, that it felt like this seemed like the ideal spot that and especially as well with the visual of looking out from this bench, it's quite beautiful. That even while I'm like sitting here and pressing record, and you just kind of have to sit and let it happen. There's something quite nice about being able to sit and let it happen while enjoying something aesthetically beautiful. I think I would channel a lot. I'm very like interested in like psychogeography and like kind of the writings of like Guy Debord and the letterist ideas that came from trying to understand built, specifically in their case urban environments, but just I think you can take the practice anywhere of trying to think new way, respond differently to your built environments around you. Well, I started off back in Sodas developing this idea on using data visualization techniques to create reinterpretations, I guess, of our natural landscapes and our built landscapes and how they interact, and trying to use those techniques as a way of creating something in an aesthetic form that responds to what we have around us. So I started that process and I was using it. I was very much learning as I go, and while I focused on very much the urban environment in like the old town in Vilnius, the data sources that you're able to get here are just like so wildly different to what you're able to get in a city. Like where we're sitting now is just so quiet. The trees just kind of feel like they block out like just enough, and all you're getting is this insulated moments of bird flapping wings in the water, duck splashing, birds chirping above us. It's felt like a unique way of collecting the ideal space for field recording, I would say.
So now we have a map of
so yeah, this is the pathways in the park. That
so why is so vibrating?
So it's the vibrating is responding to the ambient track that plays in the background. Is a mixture of a programmed sound piece and field recordings layered in. So as this the ambient track that from the programmed synths come through the digital elevation model screenshot of the area of Palanga in a grayscale image that has I have a code that then reads it, and synths respond to the color value of the pixels. And it's moved on to the tree. But so that very, very macro, quite large data source in the elevation model produces again almost like the macro sound of this piece. But then it zooms in further and further, so we get the park, the patterns of the park pathways here that are like a sense of structure. They're like built in the chaos of the elevation model as it vibrates and disorientates. The pathways kind of pop up and you get a sense of familiarity, especially if when you walk through any of the entrances here, they'll have that map there orientated that way. So if you've passed that and seen it, you might even subconsciously see that and be like, oh, I recognize those patterns. And then it just responds to the audio track directly, basically. So like the vibrations are corresponding to the sound data that it feeds into it. And it starts off with the pathways, and then it moves to specifically like a close-up, very more of the micro of a pattern in the trees that looks very much just looked like a face. And I thought it was interesting. But like you zoom in on even closer, like you go from macro into it, like onto the park, then into the park, into the trees, and then you look up from that you look up, and then that's when you get the treetop image. And again with the vibrations happening in the background, but a lot like fainter, because that elevation model is the ground almost, and now you're looking up. But then from here, when you look up, that this is from a moment on further into the park. And when I was here and like I took that photograph, you could hear the wind and the sound of the beach coming and the sound of the waves crashing. And that's when the video kind of follows that, and it goes down to the pier. And that's where and then there's more of the water sounds, more of the waves crashing, like the gurgling from a hydrophone recordings, like the little water lapping moments. That's where you get more of these, and like always all of these images. The lines are always kind of pulsing and breathing and are alive through the sound that like drives them.
Very interesting.
Thank you.
But okay, maybe the last question, but why Lithuania in general? Why did you choose Lithuania to be that starting point of this, like I guess, a new chapter of your artist life?
Well, I had applied for the residency in Sawdust back in November, and it was more so I'd never been to Vilnius. I have none of my friends had ever been to Vilnius. I had met an artist when I was doing a residency in Porto from Vilnius, and I was like, you know what, that seems like, why not? Let's see what's over there. And then as soon as I got here, or as soon as I got to Lithuania, it just, the art scene was just so alive. Like it was just so constant. There was just studios and galleries and events and the live performances. Everything just always kind of felt like it was happening. That it felt so easy to be productive here and to want to work on your own practice when you're just constantly surrounded by that life. I then, learning so much in the very brief time I was here back in November, I knew I had to come back and tap into that energy again.